Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get started here in just a little bit. Yeah. We know there's been a lot of confusion over recent events and the album release, so we're hopefully here to clear that up today for you. And once we get the rest of the crew, we'll get going here. I answer some pretty serious questions. If everybody could just shut off their cell phone devices and whatnot, silence them, do what you got to do. Stay out of the comments too, please, if you will. It's just distracting, you know. But yeah,
very
it's good.
Yeah. It's a big turnout though.
I've done this kind of thing before.
None of the vibe, you know. It's been a long time. Thanks. Glad everybody showed up.
Are you double that is?
Big turnout here tonight. So, Yankees game, so
You never won high tops.
I don't know.
high times. Low times. No, just waiting on the golfers, waiting on the rain. Very
Whoa!
big guy. Big guy coming in.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Sorry, folks. Traffic was a bitch. The runner van broke down on the way over here. We had to hitch a ride on one of those tractor-themed party buses on their way through town, kind of heading this direction. There were people everywhere. I had my mask up to my eyebrows. The music was cultural rot, and I drank about half of the minibar with only a single straw. But the good news is I've made it here in one piece. I'm well and living large, and I brought some accommodations. I brought some accommodations here. That's right, some tchotchkes in here. It's quite good. I think we should. I'm ready to kind of get this thing started.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Roll that.
Yeah, you want to, let's roll that thing, yeah. Let's just get a start. This is all you need to do.
There you go. This is you facilitate.
Where did Danny's white drums go? Frowny face.
No.
They're not mine. I'm ashamed to admit.
But where'd they go?
They were stolen.
It's Stardust now.
Yeah.
Oh, did all things. That's yeah. Or keep things, you know, keep current. So this is what a live stream is, then, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah, technically this would be probably a first time really, I don't know, live streaming. I could be wrong.
Oh, like a press
Hey, Mom!
conference or something like that.
It's good.
Who is the weirdest in the band? Be real.
Oh, God. Are you watching this right now? Are you watching this right now? I mean, that's a, I don't know, debatable question.
I'm the most refreshed.
I don't think I really want to give that an answer because I think it really depends on the day. It really depends on the day, and because it really does change, I think. As for who the best looking in the band is, I can tell you that's the front man, Josh Kiska, who's.
Either or, man. Next question.
I feel like we're running the show over here. You guys gotta pick up the slack.
Yeah, you're right. Here, we'll pitch in.
Here's this.
Okay, that's a question.
Amy from
You should start on opening them because they take a minute.
Is it hard multitasking, being talented and sexy? I think the answer would probably be yeah. Yeah, kind of. I wouldn't say it's difficult, but it's a lot of pressure. Oh yeah? You think it's easy, don't you? Here, take this.
It's a breeze. It's a breeze. It's just as easy as opening these fortune cookie for questions.
Gonads on this guy. You gotta be kidding me.
Does Jake sing on the new album?
Well, it depends if you're asking Jay.
Yeah, is Jake even here right now? Is
not.
Jake even here right now?
He's not. Because I am not Jake. I'm Oliver fucking Reed. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It's all going to depend. If you ask me the question, is Oliver Reed going to sing on the album? Then I might tell you that, oh, no, of course not, because I'm not in the band.
Been doing this all week. I think it has something to do with method. I think it's something to do with method, but it is definitely committed. That is for sure. If you want one of the most committed people in the band, I guess you've got it, right? Is this one answered?
I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, it happens every time.
Take a look at it. We can't be sure.
Oh, I like the way this is working. This is very good.
Play it on me.
Why do y'all gotta be so cryptic?
Well, you know, we like to stay cryptic.
You got to.
Well, I think it's important. I think it's important to maintain mystery, especially in this day and age when everything is spoon-fed to you. We don't want to insult anybody's intelligence by telling them what to think. So we give them independent thought to have the choice.
Well said.
Question?
All right, I've got one. Right, it's happening. It's in a ball right now. Ball form.
Timeliness is a virtue. Timeliness is a virtue.
How many mushrooms did you eat today? Well,
Jury's out on that one. Am I right now?
now that you ask, it's a shitload. We've taken tons and tons and tons of them. And it really depends on who you're asking. Because Daniel actually does the most in the group, you see. I'll hand it down that way.
Hear me.
He should answer for himself. You should answer.
And now, a quick intermission. Once they,
Proper role models. I highly advise you. Yeah.
Question? Come on,
Question.
we can
Right
get
there,
this press conference over today.
Will you go to the bar?
Oh my goodness. Crazy night last night.
It was wild. A lot of mushrooms.
Share the talk stick.
Right, toxic. What feeling do you hope to give people with the new album? I see. That's a very important question. And I really hope that we can inspire peace and love and equality and unity and the feeling that every human being bound by mortality hopes to experience in one lifetime. That we are one people, that we all express ourselves through art, we all express ourselves through music, and we love one another, and we can all share this piece of music, which we wrote very much for everybody. Yeah, that's right. What do you think, Mr. America?
Oh, about what? The I mean, well, there's a yeah. Well, I think the most important thing about the album is interpretation. I mean, it's a pretty dense album. There's a lot going on here. So pretty much what you have to consider is that the most important. Some pretty good. You think I should run for office maybe sometime soon? The most important interpretation that you're going to take away from the album should be your own original interpretation. I think that goes for all of our music. And on that note, I think we should probably go to this question here. I think it's very entertaining. You guys are awesome, but why don't you sing so we can understand what the hell you are saying? I think it's because we can't talk. I think it's probably in part because we can't talk. I think we can't even talk so you understand what we're saying. I don't think, but it's really funny because I sing on the records, you know, and it's I don't know if it's always a we, you know, but Sri Ram Jayam, am I right? Sri Ram Jayam. That's
I think
It's pretty simple.
It's a mantra. Everybody likes a mantra.
well, I mean, I think the verdict is up on that again too. I think there's probably a lot of people that'll be able to. Maybe it's just a you thing. I'm not really sure.
Next question.
Yeah, right. Next question. Wow, we could be maybe a little bit more timely with these. I don't know.
He wants to do the next question.
I think so. I think so.
This is your question, I guarantee.
The music is you. The music is you.
That's a good wine shot.
I have ripped 2 of these now.
You got some cocaine on it.
Is Greta Van Fleet okay? No, I mean, we're okay. We're not great, but we're okay.
What does that mean? I think we have a lot more questions out
I don't
of.
think you can psychoanalyze every single one. I mean, you could, but I think you'd probably end up, losing our minds. I think we'd probably end up in some kind of existential anxiety if we tried to psychoanalyze all this.
Look, see what you're doing to us. Fan questions. Jeez. Yes, we are okay. We are okay. If that's what you're looking for. There we go. Sorry about that, Daniel. Take one out and pass it down.
For you.
This is perfect. Does Sam Kiska drive barefoot, or does he travel on horseback only? Well, I do understand that horses are autonomous, and it's a good hint. But yes, I like to feel the earth move beneath my feet. So I actually drive with one door open, with my foot on the ground. No, I actually have very serious driving shoes. No, I'm just kidding. I just wear slippers. No, I wear sneakers.
Some days he's very equestrian. Some days.
I've got a question down here. Right. Why does Jake Kiska / Oliver Reed stand at a 45-degree angle in every picture? I don't know. Why does he do that? You asked the question. I saw a question. I'll ask you then. What do you think? That's what
My theory is the curvature of the earth, but again, that one's out to the jury, you know. Maybe it's round, you know. I mean, there are some amongst us who would, I think the earth is flat situation, you know. Okay, what's the, I'm like not PTSD, I'm past it. What's the flute that you play in Age of Man? Asking for a friend.
It was a flute recorded by somebody probably 80 years ago, which makes it extra creepy. It's from the first taped sampler. Welcome to our history lesson. And that is called a mellotron, folks.
Beautiful instrument. Great.
Anybody? This is what Josh does live.
Yeah, now I'm offended. It didn't take, I don't know what the hell you're singing to offend me. You got a question?
Yeah, he's got one here for Oliver. Let's see what it is. It's a big... Oh, you've seen many people. Name them all.
Well, there's Joe and Mark and Kathy and Sue and Karen and Bethany and Jill and Dominic and Rodrigo and Felipe and am I forgetting anybody?
It reminds me of a zombie song, Friends of Mine. You should listen to that. That's a good one. So check that out. Yeah. Am I avoiding the question? Maybe.
We're not trying to avoid any questions, you know. It's just some are dumber than others, you know. But I think these are pretty decent.
But yeah, no, they're all great questions, really and truly. Despite Josh's rhetoric.
Oh, what is this? Well, we're probably going to be kicked out of this place, but I've got another question down here before we do get kicked out. Inevitably. What is the name? What is the name? Hey! What is the name of your cult? Is this what it says? It says, what is the name of your cult? We've got many cults, but this one in particular today. We put Salvador Dali in a wood chipper and spread them all over the walls. That's one of the concepts.
It really looks like an accountant had a puke in here. I had a big Ralph all over the place.
I will put the P.O. box in the comments shortly. So just keep your eyes peeped.
Yeah. What's the name of the cult? What's the name of the cult?
That's the question everybody's asking.
Next question.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody's asking that question.
Is anyone having fun? I'm having a lot.
I'm having fun. Well, yeah.
Pretty good. Is that the question?
No.
Oh.
You have the question.
Oh, I do. Oh, well, that would be a good question, I think. You're going to smack me in the... We're going to have a bloody nose by the time you're done swinging that thing around. Where do I sign to get flowers from Mr. Josh Kiska? Well, right here. Right here is where you sign. I think it's actually more technically over here. This is where you sign.
This is getting weird. I'm gonna...
And it's an intimate letter, let me tell you. It's... Yeah. Yeah, I think we probably should move. I'm going to get a little emotional.
it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, right.
What if the new Greta Van Fleet record straight up? I'm sorry. What if the new Greta Van Fleet record straight up fucks?
If we record straight up
Like
fucks.
if we just stood there and said it?
Fuck. Fuck.
It would be like, just watch the.
It would
pic-
probably sound something like that if you really want to answer.
Just watch the pick of destiny. You'll get your fill. You pervert.
Yeah. You strange creature. You special animal. You.
Anyway, back to the organized program. Yeah, clear it up, brother.
Hello, members of Greta Van Fleet. I was listening to Billy Squire, and I could not help but think that he might have been one of the artists that inspired you musically. Is that so?
Maybe Jake, but Jake's not here. But you know Jake. Jake used to like that "Lonely Is the Night" track.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I forgot that he liked that one. What's that? No, that's terrible. That's a terrible song.
Right. I can take some of those questions there.
I got a question. Another question.
How does Greta Van Fleet do that?
Do what?
Is this that thing?
That thing they do.
Well, I think that answers that one.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's sound.
What you got, Josh?
My roommates and I need to know: do you compost? I thought it said compose. We do that, but compost, yeah. Don't we all compost?
We compose.
Don't we all? Okay.
There's
Next
one,
question.
There's one similarity between compose and compost is when we do compose something, it's made of shit. Here's another question. What happened to Greta Van Fleet? Do they still exist?
Excuse me.
That's the question.
Sorry.
There you go.
Okay, right. Next thing. Yeah, you can. All right, we're not going to do this again.
Come on, boy.
It's been so much, so often.
Boy.
Oh my God.
Come at me, boy.
Oliver.
Okay, all right, good. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to. We can't let our poor press take all of the.
all night. I'm sorry. Here you go.
He doesn't bite it. He doesn't bite it.
Sorry.
All right, you want to hold it for me real
Sausage
quick?
fingers.
Walk. Now it's a race, but you look like you're winning.
Yeah. Jake Kiska. Oh, he's not
He's
here.
not
Should be-
here. Next question.
We need to know. How do you feel about Nickelback?
The people need to know. Speak the truth, brother.
Well, you know, if Jake was here, which he's not, so me as Oliver Reed will answer your question for him. What I think of Nickelback is maybe they'll be the ones to save me, but after all, they are my Harry Ball. Next question.
Next question. It's great. Really like that. That's really good.
Nickelback, thank you.
This is I think this is a very appropriate question right here. I think this one's really good. Does Greta Van Fleet do anything other than dress up and take pictures?
We bake a lot.
We've been known to have a cocktail here and there. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Next. There we go. That's some over there. I'm going to share the love so that we can get through this evening, tonight, today. I don't know.
You're listening to America Tonight, Today, This Morning.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get a sound bite.
Okay. When is Josh Kiska going to wear heels? How long do I have to wait for this to happen? I'm serious.
When I get that bunion grind down just right, I just got to get that figured out, and then I got to slip right in there. They're going to be red and sparkly, and I'm going to tap my heels together and go to fucking Neverland.
It's always a trade-off, isn't it?
That's right, I got to say that.
It's always a trade-off. Perhaps when he stops wearing a G-string, he'll start wearing pumps. Everybody likes pumps.
This one's good.
And pamplemousse, he likes grapefruit.
What is your favorite thing about tour? Well, it feels like a campaign. You're on the campaign trail generally. No, I mean it's just actually quite such a great deal of aspects. So one thing for certain is it really is something you're never going to be able to kick once you've gone around the world and played to people who embrace you and welcome you for the first time, that, like friends you've never met before, feel they understand you vicariously through your art. That's something really special, and especially this sort of celebratory energy that comes together when you're in a space with people, being able to share that art with them, and you get this, it's all sort of flows back onto the stage, and I think it keeps you young, really.
It's a celebration of love and humanity. Every night. Every night.
I think it's very interesting, this question, because it's a very important question. We've traveled all over the many continents, and we've seen so many people, so many faces. But I think what's interesting to consider is the fact that we're part of now a global community that feels like as if we have a responsibility to the earth, the people, and being, sort of a unified society that I think can nurture and grow as a unit in a colony. And people, places, and culture have been very important, very influential, especially on this album. Sam?
Back to you. I think that was...
And of course, on the off days, we like to dress up and take pictures. That's the best part.
We don't have another question ready?
Oh, I got a question. I got one on the last one. I wanted to know what happened to Oliver Reed on that last bit.
He's gone. He's back now, isn't he? Prick. Sammy, you're so baby. And for what? That's the question, man. You answer it, not me.
I'm so baby?
That's what it says.
Okay, give us a moment to verify this question. No, that was completely accurate. Sammy, you're so baby. And for what? Well, I'm the youngest child. I'm the favorite. America's sweetheart. So, I don't know. I think I just fell into the role. I think I have a sweet boy-like innocence that perhaps I'll never get.
So baby.
So baby.
If each of the Greta Van Fleet members wrote their own songs, what do you think they would be like?
Start with you. Yeah, what would you do?
It wouldn't be much. It'd be a whole lot of... Because I'm the drummer.
At least that's what you
No, but that's together. It's individual.
So what would you say? Baby Sam.
Well, Baby Sam, geez, I think it would...
No, I'm kidding. I'm just...
I think I'll someday I'll lead an orchestra like George Gershwin. At least that's the dream. Whatever's bigger than life.
I think I'd like to mix Kirtan music with like an Xavier Cugat sound. So I think that would translate really well. And I don't think I'll really speak. I would, as far as vocals are concerned, I probably wouldn't use any language. I think it'd probably be a little folky too, really. Yeah, kind of the tribal folk almost. Yeah, but it wouldn't have to speak any real words. I could just sort of use my voice as sort of like a gibberish kind of thing. I do it all the time anyway. I mean, it's like
It's an instrument after all, right?
that's right. You heard it here first, folks.
After all.
No, I think So, and of course, you wouldn't need to know what I'm saying because you don't already. By the sounds of it. So it's good.
Well, if Jake...
Nice to know. Thanks, guys.
Yes, right. Well, if Jake was here, which he's not, I'm Oliver Reed, and I'm here, so I'd answer the question for him. Shut up! What we'd do is he'd probably play a bunch of folk instruments sort of top of each other with the violin, viola, shallow bass, quartet, and there'd be some fancy-wancy sort of other thing over here. Maybe it sounded like Neo Kottke meets Hendrix meets the Blues Brothers or something. You never know. Again, it's just a guitar player. He just plays strings all day. That's what he does. Very romantic. And we got a question.
What?
Jake, how long have you been British?
Oh, that's a good question. Right.
British. What kind of a question is that? I can't even think of what a British guy would say to that because I'm so fucking irritated right now. Can't British. I'm not even Jake.
I think we reached a new.
I am Oliver fucking Reed.
And I think that's probably where that translates, you know. I got this really great one just now. When do you think Jesus will resurrect again?
I think that's a good question.
I think we're just being asked I think somebody's trying to give us impossible sort of questions, you know. I don't think some of the greatest televangelists could give you that answer themselves, but I guess again the jury's out on that one. We can try.
Speculation.
It's a good speculation, though. I don't know. I think it's an impossible question for me. I have a professor named Wagner. Would he be related to Danny? Well, Wagner's a very popular last name. He was sort of the composer as well.
What do we think?
Well, my father is a teacher, but he is not a professor.
Who's my teacher?
But he might as well be. He was my teacher.
Who's their teacher?
All of their
I was a
teachers.
professor once.
He taught everybody.
Our lineage runs dry,
And no life.
so probably not.
Black Hills.
Sorry.
I've got a question ticking down.
Yeah.
It's a bomb.
You like bombs?
Well,
Can you, that's gonna be very polite, it's a terrible bomb. Can you guys give me a senior quote? Thanks in advance. Well, what if we didn't? Then there would be no reason to thank us, would there? Well, I've got one. For what is death but to stand naked in the wind and melt into the sun? All right, nice. That's it.
That's Khalil Gibran, by the way. You can probably look that one up on your local Google or something.
Wish I had a table to do that.
It's like I really always felt that I thought a good one would be fuck fear, live your legend through the intelligence of love. I thought that'd be good, but that's too real for the confined walls of some of those universities or whatever you want to say. You know, sometimes that's just not appropriate in the established system. What inspired your elaborate costumes? Elton John's encouragement? Question mark. Well, I think played a bit of a part of it. I remember he was coming. We were playing a show. There was a club at the time. It must have been years ago, really. And he came to the show, and he came backstage, and we had some. I guess we were. We had some kind of what do you call it? Rapport. That's the word, you know, with Elton. And then so he came to the show and he watched the show and he came back and he said, "I loved it. It was great." And we got talking and he said, "Don't be afraid to flaunt what you've got." He said, "You young guys, you just flaunt what you've got." And I think that's sort of a little bit of that permission was really good. You know, really important. So we took that advice, I think. But you know, I think we've always had a flair for flair. Anyway, I don't know. It's just like sort of like when you pass the vaginal walls into the world and become a body of the universe, you decide that all of a sudden, let's have this. Let's have a ball. Let's have a ball, why don't we? You know?
Is that it?
I think there's only one more here in front of me.
Oh, well, let's get this down.
The grand finale.
It better be good.
Let's begin. Let's begin the interview.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's go with the crucial question, Colin. What are Greta Van Fleet's Hogwarts houses?
Hufflepuff!
Wow, how appropriate. How appropriate. Okay, well, where do we start with this one?
We need a sorting hat.
We're gonna need a sorting hat. Yeah. There's no.
Does anybody have one?
I don't have one.
I've got this. This would work, wouldn't it? That's the sorting hat. Right there, Josh, hold that on your head.
Slytherin! Oh my God, I'm a Slytherin!
I've got a better one. What about this, Josh? What do you think? Are you ready? Hold it up to my mouth. I'll tell you. Whoa! Let's slow down here. I can't put it in here. Try it right now.
Give me a moment.
Right.
Right.
What do you think?
I think.
What do you think that?
This the thing at Hogwarts.
Wait.
Okay, right. I think it's been sorted now. Why don't you
Put it on.
No, it's really good. I think we already. Well, I guess it leaves you out there, Daniel.
What do you think? Are you gonna need a hat? Because I am in my underwear.
I guess that's technically.
I'm gonna pass on the hat. I'm gonna pass on the.
I smell a cat. I think we should probably get out of here before we embarrass ourselves. There's one more question.
Oh, there's one more question. Oh, okay.
I think that is there?
Where is it?
What's the question?
Is there a ball of question on the table? I don't see one. I suppose we'd like to wrap up this event with thanking everybody for coming and everybody for tuning in, and hopefully we've been able to provide some enlightening information or enlightenment for some people.
It's been very
and answer some of your
substantial, hasn't it?
answer some of your
Very
questions.
substantial.
We enjoyed this, and we enjoyed your time and your interest, and hopefully giving you some good stuff here. Especially you. You're just cheeky.
That fellow was
You keep
nice.
giving the cheeky look.
That was nice.
And
you in
you-
the back. You in the back with that mask on. You right there, you long-haired creep.
Yeah, the long hair, right? Yes, and yeah. So we appreciate. Yes, let's do this again sometime. I think we're quite busy. We've had that tractor themed party bus waiting in the parking lot for us for quite some time now. I don't want to be rude, so we've got to get out there.
We hope we cleared up the mystery surrounding the release of the Garden's Gate and a lot of the questions people had following the recent events. So thank you so much for taking the time. Praise be.
All right. Is that how they do it?
Let's see. I think that's how. Yeah, that's how they do it.
Yeah.
I've seen it done that way. It's very nice. Very nice.